Well, welcome back to Magnus Arena. A great weekend of hockey if you're a DU Pioneer fan. Denver sweeps longtime rival UMD. They win it tonight 2-1. Evan Cowley wins both games for the Pioneers. Joining me, head coach Jim Montgomery. Coach, first of all, a tremendous team win for you guys tonight. You knew that UMD was going to come out, needing this game, being very intense. You're able to withstand their efforts early in the first period, had a much better start, and that 2-0 lead that you made in the first, you're able to carry through.
Yeah, I like the way we played. We had a good start. Our intensity was there. I thought we managed the puck really well. UMD's speed is going to cause you to have a lot of breakdowns and spend some time in your end, and that's why they're a quality hockey team. I thought the lead, the power play coming through on the first one, and then that big goal off of kind of a set play really worked for us.
It was one of those games, too, where you get the third goal of the weekend from Danton Heinen, a guy you had to get going to have success in this second half of the year. It looks like you've got him and that top line going because Dylan Gambrell scores the second goal.
Yeah, I mean, they were really good, but I liked all the lines. I mean, Staub, Lukasavagis, and Levin had chances. The shoreline, Terry, how many chances did he have tonight? It's just a matter of time. See, I like how we're developing because we're getting great looks and guys are really relishing their roles. We just got to continue to progress.
And I think Will Butcher had so many good looks and shots tonight, he could have had about 5 goals if he ever had decided to aim it towards the net.
Yeah, you're probably right, but you know what? Yeah, on a 5-on-3, I thought we hit 2 crossbars, and we tried to be perfect.
Yeah, well, this was a very, very chippy game, maybe the chippiest you've played so far this year. It seemed like after every whistle or during every game, and it kind of spilled over towards the end of the game where it looked like we were going to have our first fracas of the season.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's tough. Like Minnesota Duluth has been outplaying a lot of their opponents, and now they're 2 games below 500, and you can sense the frustration. We just kept talking about being hard to play against in between whistles and staying out of the after the whistle crap.
Yeah, I said the same thing to Norm Jones on the air. I said not only do they have such high expectations going into the year, but in a lot of these games they have outplayed or outshot teams and just can't seem to get the puck in the net.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating, but I'm just concerned about where our group is going, and I like the unbeaten in 8. It's what we had to do to put ourselves back in the national picture, and now we're comfortably in 3rd place. These last 10 games in the NCHC, we know they're not easy, but if we come with that focus and intensity like we have here in the last 8 games, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, and again, I thought the most impressive line really all weekend long was Grant Arnold and Marcineau and O'Connor. It just seemed like when you needed a big shift or a big stop or to cycle the puck and kill off a couple minutes, those guys were there all weekend long.
You're right. They were really good. I mean, every time, I really don't. It's almost like they've become the MASH line of this year because I always threw out the MASH line after we scored a goal because I knew that they would keep the momentum going positively, and they do the same thing for us.
Obviously, you used that timeout, a huge part of the game, to try to capitalize on that 5-on-3. You had 59 seconds, got a couple great looks, just unable to get the goal.
Yep, yeah, we had a couple looks at the crossbar. I didn't think we did a good job of screening, and obviously we didn't make the special pass that ends up having a really nice open net look. But that's I think second time only we've had a 5-on-3 this year.
Yeah, and this Pioneer team goes back on the road next weekend. You play Miami, who was off to this incredibly disappointing start for a very proud and a very good program over the last 15, 20 years, and yet they come out and they sweep Omaha at Omaha like you guys did, and now you're playing Miami when they're playing some very good hockey.
Yeah, well, that's the NCHC. It seems like it doesn't matter who you're playing, you're getting a team that's very dangerous. And Miami is an extremely well-coached team. I saw the games already of last week that they played when they played St. Cloud, and they were really good in those games. So we know they're trending in the right direction.
And those of us in the media, we always love to jump to conclusions and call somebody the starter or somebody the reserve or somebody's done and somebody's a hero. Let's talk a little bit about Evan Cowley. I mean, this is a guy that was essentially relegated to backup duty for Tanner Gillette. He comes in, helped save the day yesterday and plays a very solid game again tonight. That glove hand he has right now is so confident. I don't think anybody's going to beat him on that side.
Well, and just the way he's covering the bottom of the net, because like we lost coverage and rebound saves he made look easy. I thought he played better tonight than he did last night, and he was really good last night. But that's why it's a team game. You need 2 goalies, you need 7 to 8 D, and you need 14 to 15 forwards to get you through a year.
Yeah, and really just one good play-by-play guy. But you guys are doing, obviously, 8 games unbeaten going into Miami. So relish this sweep, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
All right, thanks, Jake.
All right, head coach Jim Montgomery. We'll get you all caught up with scores from around college hockey when we return on ESPN Denver 1600.